Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharma swarupine avatar varisthaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme tayo shitva pranamami muhurmuhu Namah Shri Yatirajaya Vivekananda Sure Satchit Sukha Swarupaya Swami Netapaharine. My humble salutations at the feet of Bhagavan Shri Ramakrishna Dev, Holy Mother Shri Sharda Devi, Swami Vivekanand, and Revered Swami Prabhanandaji Maharaj. I would like to share my reminiscences about Revered Maharaj in a fragmented manner as I'm trying to dig out the memories, and how it comes, I do not know how it will come out. And let me begin with my first meeting with Revered Maharaj. I had joined Ramakrishna order at Velumat in 1976. In 1977, I was posted to Ranchi, Morabadi. At that time, Revered Maharaj was the secretary, head of our Purulia center. So, Purulia being nearer to Ranchi, I went there and he also came to Ranchi. At that time, first thing that I noticed was he was a voracious reader. And when I met him at that time, he was reading a new book that had been published in America, God of All by Claude Allen Stark. And he liked the brahmacharis also to have flavor for reading, particularly reading Ramakrishna Vivekananda literature. So after talking with me, he became very happy that I had read many books, and he suggested me many more books. That is how our relationship started. When I was in Ranchi, there is one Divyayan Krishi Vigyan Kendra. Previously it was Divyayan only, then later on it became Krishi Vigyan Kendra. So it is considered one of the best KVKs of the country. So it is there that I had worked hard for the rural development work. And of course, I had got a lot of inspiration from Revered Swami Vireshwaranadji Maharaj. And I had also got some important suggestions about the implementation of Swami Vivekananda ideas of rural development from him. And accordingly, I was working. And in that connection, I also took many of our ex-students of Divyan Krishi Vigyan Kendra, organized programs at Narendrapur so that they could go through the training programs organized by Lok Shiksha Parishad. And I contacted Shiv Shankar Chakravarti. He was very helpful, very kind, and he was in charge of the Lok Shiksha Parishad. So likewise, I used to find out some methods of implementing Swami Vivekananda's ideas of rural development more and more. Somehow we came to know about it. Maybe I do not know. Maybe from Shiv Shankar Chakravarti he might have come to know. So he congratulated me that you are doing wonderful work. Go ahead. So that shows that he is concerned for rural development work. He himself had done rural development work. So he was always concerned about poor and about amelioration of the condition of the poor people, and also about rural development work. He was very enthusiastic. So he gave a lot of encouragement to me and gave a lot of suggestions also whenever I would meet him. In 1987, before that, when I was in Ranchi, I had gone to training center in 1980 to 1982. That time, Revered it so happened that 1980 there was the second convention of the devotees organized at Belur Math in the last week of December in 1980. And that was a very big affair. And we had the blessed privilege of being the volunteers at that time for working that celebration. And we were volunteers there. It is at that time, Swami Prabhanandaji Maharaj was also playing a very active role in this 1980 convention. So that is how we came to know about his way of working and about his contribution to the order. Then 1987, I was posted from Ranchi to Belur Math to look after the estate department. So it is at this time that I came in still closer contact with Revered Maharaj, because that time the headquarter office was just situated just opposite the main temple of Belur Math. And his office was at the first floor, being Assistant General Secretary. And my office was on the ground floor. So we had many occasions to, almost every day I used to have his darshan. And on all the special days, I used to make pranams and receive his love and blessings from time to time. That was a good period, 2 years. 1989, I was posted to Rajkot for being the editor of Gujarati Monthly. So I was leaving Belur Math. He was the Assistant General Secretary. He gave me many important hints about how to edit the Gujarati Monthly, because this was my going to be the first experience of being the editor. So he gave me a lot of hints. He can encourage me. And whenever I would meet, he will inform me about the new books that have been published. And he was also appreciative of my interest in some interest in digging out the truths and trying to find out some research, because he himself was a person who was doing research on Sri Ramakrishna and many aspects related to Sri Ramakrishna. He is one of the rare scholars of our order, and his contribution is immense in our literature. So he used to encourage me for going through the Ramakrishna vehicle literature, and also in my desire of doing some digging out some more facts related to this and that. In that connection, I would say that when I came to Gujarat, I found out that Swami Vivekananda stayed very long period in Gujarat. So I wanted to know why he stayed, and started collecting the facts. So that is an ongoing research work, finding out this thing is going on. Now, there was a little confusion, because before writing the book in English and Gujarati, there was one thing that about the exit point of Swami Vivekananda stay in Gujarat. It is fixed, because on 26 April 1892, Swami Vivekananda wrote to Diwan of Junagadh, Haridas Viharidas Desai, that your friend took all possible care of me at Baroda, and I have seen Ravi Verma's paintings and the library here, and today I am leaving for Bombay. So that was the end of the journey of Swamiji in Gujarat. Now, when did he enter? That was the little point of confusion, because the first edition of Life of Swami Vivekananda by Eastern and Western Disciples, published by Advaita Ashrama in 1913, says that Swami Vivekananda entered in the month of September 1891, whereas the revised edition of 1979 edition of the Life says, it's written there, that he entered in the month of November 1891. So this was the point of confusion. So I discussed with him. So he said, no, I always will say that first edition should be given importance unless until you get some concrete proof. You should not change that. Because I personally know that Swami Virjananji worked very hard for bringing out this first edition, and himself went to Swami Akhandanandji and other disciples of Sri Ramakrishna and collected these facts. So he was very close to all the direct disciples, and he had sought their opinion and their descriptions. So I think that should be given importance. Of course, if some other new facts are discovered later on with concrete proofs, then it may be changed. I said, on the other hand, I have got some evidences which are in favor of the statement that Swami Vivekananda was there in September in Gujarat. So he said, okay. Then I wrote him a letter also reminding about this one, and he sent me a letter. No, I think your views are all right. I corroborate with your views. That is the, I would like to say that he had such penetrating intellect and a brilliant intellect, and also his flavor for reading the books and going in depth, finding out the facts, and he appreciated these types of works. So I got a lot of encouragement from him for such type of work. So 1989, I was, as I told you, as at Rajkot. It is at that time he was very much busy with starting the museum at Bellumat. He worked very hard, and it was a pioneering work, and it is a historical achievement, of course. So then he approached our Rajkot Center for getting the items related to Haridas Viharidas Desai, because Swami Vivekananda wrote 13 letters to him, and the original letters were already retrieved, and they were in the archives of Bellumat. But he wanted many more other things, so that could be displayed in the museum. So I was sent to Nadiyad by the head of our center, and I went to Nadiyad. I met the descendants of Haridas Viharidas Desai. Fortunately, the same house is still there. A house filled more than 200 rooms, perhaps the highest number of rooms. A house with highest number of rooms in the country may be there. And that house is still existing. It is called Desai Vago. It's Haridas Viharidas Desai used to stay there. So Swami Vivekananda stayed in that house also for a few days. So we had identified that room also. We are still trying our best to convert that into a memorial, at least that part of the house where Swamiji stayed. But then Prabhanandaji Maharaj sent me a lot of list, the whole list, what he wants, because he said, I want to have a special room in this museum. So we collected many, many items, all the items used by his trunks used by Haridas Viharidas Desai, trunks used by Haridas Viharidas Desai, and the other items used by him, other books used by him, the cot used by him, all that. All these things we collected, and they were the descendants of the family members were so nice. They gave all these items to us, and we sent them to Bellumat. We also discovered a few discs, and this was the most interesting part, and so very exciting. It might contain the voice of Swami Vivekananda, which we are still looking for. During those times, it used to be small discs, and there had to be some special type of machines for playing it. And Swamiji had sent, along with that, he had sent that machine also from America to some people, Maharaj of Mysore. But that disc that is available in Maharaj of Mysore is still there in the museum, but the voice is not audible. Almost it has already faded away. Same thing happened to us also. We were very excited that maybe we could now recover the original voice of Swami Vivekananda. These discs were sent to Maharaj. Maharaj tried very hard. He sent to America, tried to recover the voice. Of course, we do not know whether it contains the voice of Swami Vivekananda or not, but just to find out. But there was absolutely everything was untraceable. But what I mean to say is that Revered Maharaj was so particular about each and everything while preparing this museum. And so if you go to museum, you will find what is special room meant for Haridas Vihari Desai, for which he worked so hard. And we collected all these items and sent to him. So he always remembered the contribution of Rajkot Center for that. And in 1998, I was posted as the head of the Porbandar Center. So there also, when I took charge, it so happened that the arrangement was like that. I had to continue to edit the journal from Porbandar and also to take the charge of Porbandar Center. So I wrote to him that, you see how difficult is the job. So he appreciated that. He said, okay, I also had the same feeling. So I told them also, anyway, you send me suggest me 2, 3 names for the probable these editors, and I will try to look after it. He was very kind, compassionate. And also he wrote a letter to me in which he mentioned all this. Plus, one more thing, he congratulated me for taking the charge of, assuming the charge of Porbandar Center. At the same time, look at his keen power of intellect and his concentration, power of concentration. By mistake, I had written that I took charge on Rath Yatra day. Actually, it was a Snan Yatra. So he congratulated me. At the same time, he wrote, it was not Rath Yatra, as you have written. So he was so particular about all the details, and he had so much power of concentration of mind. So when he was the General Secretary of the Ramakrishna Order from 2007 to 2012, it is during this time one of the most important things happened. A very historical thing happened. What is that? That Swami Vivekananda's 150th birth anniversary was celebrated in a grand manner. It is because of his pioneering efforts. And because of his connections, the Ministry of Culture, Government of India sanctioned grant of 100 crores of rupees, unbelievable at that time. And I had suggested, in fact, to have 150th anniversary of Swami Vivekananda in the conference. So that idea was accepted. Otherwise, we would not have started so early, because celebration had to be in 2013-14. But I suggested in 2009 that no, we should start immediately preparations, because if we want to in a grand manner, a lot of preparations will be needed. So that was accepted by the trustees. And then, so in 2009 itself, it was decided that the celebrations will be carried out in a befitting manner in 2013 and 14. Now, Revered Maharaj was quick to my suggestion, and immediately he accepted it. That is a wonderful thing. Second thing, what he did was, he also made me a part of various committees, financial committee and the implementation committee of 150th anniversary. At that time, I saw Maharaj's concern for the poor people. You see, there were a lot of types of suggestions for utilizing this grant of 100 crores. But he was very firm. He said, no, the lion's share should go to the poor people. And he started this Gadadhar Abhyuday Prakalp and wrote to all the centers to start Gadadhara Vidya Prakalp, for which headquarters will give grant from this one, from this grant of the government of Gujarat, government of India. And then with that, this uh, educating the poor children, along with giving them nutrition, along with giving them health, these novel types of projects were taken up. Though other many celebrations took place, and he also took active part in that. Seminars, international seminars, these seminars, youth conventions. A lot of programs were held by various centers. In fact, if you see the big volumes of 150th anniversary celebration proceedings of that, the report, the summarized report also goes into big 2 volumes. So that shows tremendous work that was being done. But that was initiated and pioneered by Revered Swami Prabhanandaji Maharaj when he was the General Secretary. And then 2007 to 2012, he was their General Secretary. Then after 2012, he became the Vice President of the Order. So when he was General Secretary, at that time, he came to Baroda, because in 2005, I was posted to Baroda. So when he was the General Secretary in 2000, on 11th September 2009 at Baroda, we had organized an international seminar, Interfaith Harmony. And Revered Prabhanandaji Maharaj, he was the General Secretary at that time, he presided in that conference. It was held at the Maharaja Sayaji University of Baroda, and there were delegates and there were speakers from India and abroad, including from Australia. So that was a very important seminar and he was very appreciative that was being held, and he gave very inspiring speech at the end as a president's speech. On 12th September, there was another seminar that was held, because he used to give, when he came to know that I was doing a lot of efforts for the students and for the value education work in various schools, colleges, going to hundreds of schools and colleges and all that, he was very happy, and he used to give a lot of suggestions how to implement character building message of Swami Vivekananda. So knowing that he is one of the rare senior monks who knows much about educational ideas of Swami Vivekananda, particularly regarding character building message of Swami Vivekananda, about value education. So we organized a seminar on value education, where he gave a very nice speech. Though he said in the beginning, you see, I hope you are not expecting too much from me. I said, I am very much sure that it will be a very valuable and inspiring speech. And then on 12th September in the evening, we went to the Royal Palace, and the members of the Royal Palace were very happy to Revered Maharaj and get his blessings. He saw the museum also, Ravi Verma paintings also, which Swami Vivekananda had seen. And also he went to see the land at Kalali, where the Ramakrishna Mutt is going to come up. And then after the evening prayer, we requested him to give his reminiscences of the senior monks of his holy association. Very nice. He gave a lot of, he shared a lot of good, valuable reminiscences about the senior monks that he had met. Then on 13th September, in the morning, we went to Sabarmati Ashrama at Ahmedabad. And then from there, he went directly to the airport. And then we went to the airport to see him off. And so he went back to Belumat. So this is during General Secretary Maharaj, his tenure. Then when he became Vice President, he came many times to Gujarat. Particularly, when I was at Vadodara, so I can, Baroda, I was there in Baroda. Now it is called Vadodara. So I can share his visits to Baroda in detail. Revered Prabhanandaji Maharaj arrived at Baroda on 29th March and 30th March, he laid the foundation of the lecture hall and also inaugurated the Annakshetra for the poor people. On 1st April, there was Mantra Diksha in the morning. And Maharaj had little problem about the this knee problem. So his secretary Mahaswami Durganathanji Maharaj requested me that he had come to know that in Gujarat there are some special types of calipers that are found. So I contacted a doctor, and we could find out a doctor who could supply these types of calipers so that his pain could be reduced. He himself came to Revered Maharaj, took the dimensions, and within 2 hours he sent the calipers. And Revered Maharaj was happy like a child. What is this magic? The doctor just went 2 hours back, took the dimension, and the calipers are ready. So he was very happy. Then 2nd April, he left for Rajkot, and I just went up to Rajkot to see him off. Again, Revered Maharaj came to Gujarat in 2014. So on 5th April 2014, he came to Baroda. And now Dr. Shandil was so much impressed by his behavior and his courtesy that he himself came to see Revered Maharaj and asked him how is he feeling about this calipers and all that. On 6th, there was Mantra Diksha in the morning, and in the evening, many devotees came to make pranam. One of them was a girl, a young girl. Her name Zil Marathe. So she had got Balsri Award because she was so courageous. When there was an accident in the bus, she was only in 8th standard, just 14 years old girl. She took the initiative, and lot of efforts she made to save the lives of all the students. And she started telephoning the parents in the order of the emergency situation. Those who were serious, their parents were informed in advance, and he sort of made a teamwork with other students. And the way she demonstrated that leadership quality and that sense of this one, sense of keen sense of treatment at that time. I mean, at that time to take care of the students who were just not consolable, to take care of them at this young age. So she got the National Balsri Award from the Prime Minister of India. I told all these things. Then he specially blessed that girl. 7th April, there was Mantra Diksha in the morning, and in the evening he shared again on 6th and 7th, both the days, he shared his memories of senior monks. On 8th March, there was Ram Navami. On Ram Navami day, in fact, it is on Ram Navami day on 18th April 2005 that we received the historic Dilaram Bungalow at Baroda from the government of Gujarat for converting to memorial, because Swami Vivekananda stayed in the same bungalow in 1892 in the month of April. So that was a good day, great day, Ram Navami day, and also the foundation day of the center. So he inaugurated the new lecture hall. He was very surprised, very much surprised, because only 1 year back he had laid the foundation of that hall. He said, "What is this? This is magic. Within 1 year, you have constructed this hall." He was very happy, and the hall was also beautiful. So hall is very beautiful. So he was very happy, and he congratulated all our ashramites. And in fact, he was very happy about one thing, that he that he inaugurated our Annakshetra, Ma Sharda Annakshetra. And every day, about more than 50 people would be given khichdi, food, free of cost. He was very happy. He said something should be all done for the poor. How these brahmacharis will get inspiration of Shiv Jnana Jiv Seva. Some sort of direct seva work should be done. Apart from other, you are doing a lot of work, of course, value education work, this, that work. But this type of work also should be done so that the brahmacharis get the inspiration of Shiv Jnana Jiv Seva. And he was very happy that we had started this Annakshetra for the poor people. Then in the evening, I told him about I showed the documents about what work that I was doing on Swami Vivekananda and what work I was doing on Swami Vivekananda's stay in Gujarat. So I showed all the original documents, and he was very much satisfied that yes, I think these are old, genuine, because his opinion is very, for me, his opinion is very important because he had that penetrating eyes, and he had that tremendous intellect, and he had done that work for the museum, because he would not accept any item till it is not fully authenticated. So he said no. When he gave the certificate, yes, they seem to be authentic. I was very happy that all these efforts have not gone in vain. I also told him about how a girl had come there to Baroda in 2013, and how she got inspiration while meditating here in the room in which Swami Vivekananda stayed, and then I had given her some books also, and how she had met with an accident in 2011. In 2013, before going to Mount Everest, she had come here to take the blessings. All this story I told. And then I told how she really climbed the Mount Everest on 21st May 2013 and created the world record, becoming the first female amputee of the world to climb Mount Everest, Arunima Sinha. And so he got a lot of interest. He said, you please give me the DVD. That time DVD was there on her leg, on Arunima Sinha. So he showed a lot of interest in people giving this so much of type of inspiration from the books of Swami Vivekananda. He was always happy when these types of facts came to his mind, to his attention, that so much importance, so much benefit is being derived by some people by reading the books and by coming in contact with our centers. So, on 9th April, Revered Maharaj left for Calcutta. But after reaching there, in the evening, there was a call from Revered Maharaj. He said, your magic has worked, and I got aero bridges both the times, while going as well as while landing at Calcutta, because aero bridge means for less painful for him because of his problem. So anyway, and the third visit of Revered Maharaj was Baroda. He came on 24th January 2017, and on 25th he went to see the Vinoba Ashram, where the naturopathy center, because he was curious, because Revered Swami Prabhanandaji Maharaj, at that time he was the Vice President Maharaj. He had gone there earlier, along with many other monks, for the treatment. So he wanted to see, and he was very happy. 26th morning, there was Mantra Diksha. Then he saw the old Vadodara. And then again he gave a discourse on his reminiscences, because I thought that he had the rare privilege of coming in contact with many senior monks. So I always told him, Maharaj, we want this from you. Other things we can have from other persons, but this we want. And he complied with our request and gave so many series of talks, all the 3 times on these reminiscences. Then I also on 27th, told him the story how we had collected the relics of Holy Mother Sharda Devi, and it was in the form of a ring. So I said, should we open it and show to you? Well, no need of opening. So he just told me to sprinkle Ganges water, and then took the ring, put him on his head, and return. You keep it there. No need of breaking it and opening it. Why I am telling all these things is that when we received these relics, there was we were very happy. So we got the relics from a devotee. We brought the relics to our ashrama, and so then I thought that since the relics is going to be worshipped from tomorrow, and also we are going to offer some special food for the to Sri Ramakrishna Deva and Sharda Devi. So why not I take blessings of Revered President Maharaj? So I telephoned Revered President Maharaj, that time Atmasthanji Maharaj. Then he asked, what is there? I said, what I have heard is like may contain the um, remnants, this relics of Holy Mother Sharda Devi, that is some bones, etc. Then he became alarmed. He said, you uh, consult Prabhananda, Varun Maharaj, Prabhanandaji Maharaj. So then I telephoned Varun Maharaj, Prabhanandaji Maharaj, we have brought some relics today of Holy Mother. So tomorrow we are going to install. So I thought to take blessings. I telephoned President Maharaj. He said, no, I should consult you. He said, on these matters, I cannot tell anything from here, but I suggest that you contact Ram Gopal Maharaj, because Ram Gopal Maharaj means Swami Prabhanandaji. He's more with this thing. He had remained with lot of years with Swami Nikhileswaranadna, and he has dealt with more this type of cases. Then I rang up Ramayananji Maharaj. And Prabhanandaji Maharaj said, now you see that you have brought and already you have started offering food. Okay, you go. When I will go there, Baroda, at that time I will see. Continue. So that is how we continue to keep and worship that one. Afterwards, of course, we got a lot of authentication of that one, but that was a different type of authentication. All these details I gave to Revered Maharaj. Revered Maharaj left. So he was very happy to know that we had collected all these facts and kept the file also. And it is now in the file. So then he said, okay. Then I said, Maharaj, would you like to see? Now that time you said that I cannot say without opening it. So now should we open it? No need of opening. You just sprinkle Ganges water to this one and then give that. So this is his great veneration and devotion towards Holy Mother. On 27th, we had gone to Sayajirao Garden, that is nearby the ashrama, very near to our ashrama there in Baroda, our center. So he was curious to know what is this Swami Vivekananda railway station. I said there is a toy train for the children. Now it has been converted into a bigger train, and that goes all around the garden. Sayajirao Garden. Sayajirao Gaikwad was the Maharaja. Sayajirao Gaikwad III was the Maharaja Baroda, uh, who told about Swami Vivekananda, that of all the princes I have met, one who impressed me most was Maharaja Sayajirao Gaikwad Baroda, with his patriotism, with his farsightedness, and with his energy. So, so the garden is the name of Sayaji Rao. So Sayaji Garden. So it is a very big garden. So this train was there. It would go to the zoo, have it down there and come back. So Maharaj was like a child, he was enthusiastic about. So we said, okay, we let us have a ride. So we had nice ride, and we saw the zoo also. And but that was on 28th. And then in the evening, uh, a devotee named Sri Avanti Bhai Dave came to Baroda. I specially requested him to come from Ahmedabad so that he could narrate uh, all the facts directly to Revered Maharaj rather than via me. In fact, he is the grandson of Revashaya Anupram Dave, who had seen Swami Vivekananda in Porbandar and who used to recite Vedas every day in the morning to Swami Vivekananda. That time he was 17 years old. So when Swami Atmastanji was in Rajkot, he had gone to Porbandar to find out the facts. That time Reva Shankar Dave, at that time he was 101 years old. After at the age of 105, he passed away. At the time he was 101 years old. At that time, Swami Atmastanji Maharaj had gone with Swami Gambhiranaji Maharaj to Porbandar, and there met Maharaj Natwar Singh Ji of Porbandar. At the same time, this Revashak Anupram Dave, who had seen Swamiji, he shared his reminiscences of Swami Vivekananda. And Swami Atmasanji gifted him a photograph of Swami Vivekananda. And he was so happy to get that photograph. Oh, this is the Swamiji, this is how I have seen him and all that. So anyway, so that is how the 1974 Swami Atmasanji Maharaj had put the plaque there that Swami Vivekananda stayed here. That was the point of my research work. And from then onwards, so that is how 1997, based on that work, 1997, much later, because we had to wait for a long time, we received the historic bungalow from government of Gujarat for converting memorial. And in that room which Swamiji stayed there, they have been converted to meditation room. So I wanted Revered Maharaj, I had written all these things in my book. I wanted to know, I wanted to tell Maharaj that all this based on the fact that I could get from Sri Anant Dave, the grandson of Reva Shankar. There were many more details which were not in the life of Swami Vivekananda. So Maharaj was very happy to meet Avanti Dave, the grandson of Reva Shankar Anupram Dave, who had seen Swamiji in Porbandar and used to go to him every day for reciting the Vedas. So what I mean to say, Maharaj was so much interested in knowing all these things, finding about the facts, doing some research work, and establishing the facts, not moving an inch from the truth, and very penetrating eyes, penetrating intellect. Really wonderful. And then on 29th, my God, horrible. 29th of January 2017, there was a private center situated in Kim. It is very near to Surat. Surat is a big city, and Kim is a small city. Now in Kim, there, as you all might be knowing, that there is Ramakrishna Vivekananda Bhava Prachar Parishad for guiding the non-affiliated centers of Ramakrishna, collected in Ramakrishna Vivekananda ideology. So there is Gujarat Ramakrishna Vivekananda Bhava Prachar Parishad also. And at present, there are 11 members. One of the member center is at Kim. And the Kim center had purchased a plot of land and constructed a building. And they wanted this building to be inaugurated by Revered Vice President Maharaj. And that was Swami Brahmanandaji Maharaj's birthday, Tithi Puja day. So that was the day that was selected. Revered Maharaj, out of his infinite grace, had consented. Now the secretary, Swami Durganathanji, he was concerned about it because Maharaj was always reluctant to travel by car. When he would travel by car, because of his, he would, because he had some problem, so he would stop taking water. I said, no, but there is a very good road and there are a lot of facilities available for freshening up. There is no problem. But Maharaj, Secretary Maharaj was reluctant. It was 3 hours of drive. Only one factor was that when there will be traffic jam, and it was traffic jam was very much prevalent at that time because it was the main road leading to Bombay. So see number of trucks, and it has to pass through a bridge crossing Narmada, and that is the point where there will be lot of traffic jam. Used to happen. So he was concerned about that also. So then we found out a solution. We found out train. A train which leaves in the morning, 6 o'clock, within 1 hour, fast train, reaches there. Only thing, because it is fast train, it is the stop of at Kim is only 1 minute. And that doesn't matter. Let us go by fast train. So we somehow got reserved 4 seats in the first class. And we start in the morning, 7 o'clock, about 7:15, we reached there. Now, a horrible thing happened. What happened? That when the train stopped, there was no platform because the coach was at the last, and so there was no platform, and it was a small station, so platform also small. Now what to do? Within 1 minute, Maharaj has to come down. Otherwise, what will happen? My God, I prayed to Sri Ramakrishna. Be saved, because Vice President Maharaj, I'm taking risk with the life of Vice President Maharaj. What will happen? And then now nothing. So many devotees had come to receive us, and some youngsters, they came forward, and Maharaj had to be literally lifted. And as soon as Maharaj was there on the land, train just started. By God's grace, by the grace of Sri Ramakrishna, at that day, somehow or other, you see, while um, returning, we told the station master, and it was a platform, so no problem. And then we told the station master, and he was very kind. He said, no, unless until Maharaj takes is comfortable, we will not start the train. Anyway, return was okay, but reaching there and getting down without any platform, and Maharaj had knee problem, he could not get down. Somehow they had to be lifted up and to be taken. Anyway, then afterwards, Maharaj inaugurated that building and saw the whole building, and he was very happy that in such a small place also, at this, even in rural areas, so much of work is being done, and then how prachar is going on. And he gave a very nice speech. And I had to translate into Gujarati because he delivered his speech in English. So anyway, it was a great experience at Kim. In the evening, there was a public meeting in connection with the 150th anniversary of Swami Prabhanandaji Maharaj, and he presided over that meeting. So that is how it is. And 30th, he left for the airport and from on to back to Belur Math. So this is how Revered Maharaj, whenever I invited, he was so kind to accept our invitation, not minding all the inconveniences of travel and all these things, and always cooperate. So very grateful to Revered Maharaj that he complied with all our requests. So then 2017, I was posted to Rajkot, transport to Rajkot. So after that, we wanted to bring him, but by that time, his health became very weak. And so he was not allowed by the doctors to undertake long journeys. So somehow there after that, he never came. He never came to Gujarat, but I used to meet him often. And whenever, particularly whenever I go to we used to go to Belumat, at least during the heads conference every year, and receive his blessings. It so that is how uh, that was in the whenever I used to go undertake foreign tours, I would write to him for blessings, and his replies were very prompt, and he would send his blessings in abundance. Whenever I used to go abroad, he would send his blessings. Last that I saw Revered Maharaj was he was at Seva Prestan in a very serious condition. His eyes were closed, and so only had to be satisfied by doing pranam to him, and that was my last pranam. And whenever I remember his love, and he used to telephone sometimes maybe that congratulating me for something or the other, and that would give me a lot of encouragement. His concern for the monks, particularly for the ailing monks, was commendable. You know, it so happened during the Corona time, 11 monks at the same time, we got coronavirus pandemic, including me. Now from there, Belumat, he is worried about us. Twice he telephoned to inquire about how are we recovering from our coronavirus. Just imagine Vice President Maharaj sitting in Belumat, worrying about the monks in Rajkot. It gave us so much solace and so much support. Emotional support at that time was very much required. Because 11 monks at the same time. In spite of being vice president, he telephoned him. That was his love. And that was his concern for the monks. One last thing that I can share, when he came to Gujarat, I gifted him this type of medicine. That it is not a medicine, it's just a kushal kantil. So if you put one on the mouth, it not only that it helps you during cough, but at the same time it sweetens your voice and it helps you in soothing your throat. So afterwards he telephoned me. I am always thinking about you. This is so useful to me. So useful, it is so soothing. I always remember, I wish you had some name of some God so that whenever I remember God. Unless, instead of God, I am remembering you always. So that is how his love and his sympathy is unparalleled. I offer my humble pranams at the feet of Revered Maharaj. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.